I'm excited to have this guest here with me. All right, now let me get my intro together before you say anything, because I'm here to impress. All right. I'm gonna try anyway. I'm gonna try anyway. All right, so we got the one and only King Paysos in the building. All right, not only is he King Paysos, he is AKA. You ready for this? Young Gusto. Young Gusto. All right. And he does radio. He did radio. He's an influencer. I think he's an influencer. Okay. Artist, podcast. He's a host. He's a promoter. He's a father. And he's also an inventor. That's something we got to throw in there. Because, he got his own card. His own card came out this joint. So, yeah.
It's about to be one of the ones.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, King Paysos is in the building in Philly, Airitoutradio. You know what I'm saying?
Up?
Brooklyn, what up?
Brooklyn in the
Crown
building.
Heights.
What's up with it? It's your boy King Paysos doing the things that I like to do in the places that I like to do them in. What's up, Fire?
What up?
Yeah, I'm on Air Out Radio in Philly, Brooklyn and Philly. Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. All
right.
Mind you, I didn't know you was going to give me all that.
Yeah.
So that was fire.
I try.
People love being acknowledged.
Exactly.
Yes.
And they love when you know how to not only acknowledge, but you learn something. Right. You come out with facts, and you did your research on them.
Definitely.
So people like that. They like to be impressed.
Yes.
Yeah. So
you already.
I'm delivering. All
right. Fire.
Well, thank you for coming here. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I know you got a lot of stuff going on. You got the books over here.
Yeah.
Let me do a little quick pen over here if I can. Boom, boom, boom.
Shout out to 60-Second Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? My brother C. Craze, Corey Gilmore just became an author. This is his book right here.
Dude. Yeah, that's dope. So what do you have to do with the book?
Oh, nah, that's just family.
Just
and I'm big on legacy. You know what I'm saying? We all stand together. The Gilmores stand together. So
the Gilmores.
Everything. His products is my products. My products is his products. We're family.
A lot of people don't do that though.
Right.
So that's good.
Right.
Yeah. We need more of that.
Right. You're part of the family now too.
I am?
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it. Mm-hmm. I love it. So for those that do not know, you're from Brooklyn.
Of course.
Crown Heights.
Representing.
As I said that before.
Passport players, we take flights. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta do a little bit more intro with you because a lot of people don't know you was in the military. You have that.
Yes.
And thank you for your service.
I appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? I had a rat. I got a hat that says Rat Vet, and a guy was like, "Thank you for your service." And I was like, "For what?"
Yo, that's fire.
Yeah, that's my new line. So, and he was like, "Thank you for your service." I was like, "It says Rap Vet."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I was like, "Okay, thank you."
You might have stumbled across.
Yeah.
Right there. That's fire.
But I was just like, I was kind of confused, but I guess anything that says vet, they kind of just, Yeah. So your brother used to rap. Yeah. I don't know if he still is, but.
Corey, that's his book.
Okay, that's his book.
All right, so my brother Corey Gilmore, a.k.a. C. Craze, he started 60-Second Entertainment, 6 Set Records.
Okay.
And that's where the music, that's where some of my music influence comes from.
Right.
But he kind of really just set the tone for independence artists or independency when it comes to music. So this is where I get all of my beginnings from with this game and this knowledge that I give out.
Yeah. And then you, like I said, you went to the military.
Yes.
And I'll make sure I get it right. You went to the military, you went to several places like North Carolina, Texas, Korea, Asia.
Yes.
Right. And over there you was hosting.
Oh shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I thought was dope because can you imagine going over there and hosting a whole that was
get
dope.
Into that?
Yes.
Well, first off, right now music has been a part of my life my whole life, right? But the time that I went out to Korea, right? I left for the military when I was about 18 years old, right? And around that time, I actually had just started officially rapping, with my brother on his label. So we put out a mixtape, Division One, and I had 3 songs on that mixtape.
Okay.
But then I left for the military.
All right.
So now all I have really is a bag full of clothes, my music, you know, and ambition.
Right.
As you said, I did my basic training in North Carolina. Then I did my AIT in Texas, and then they shipped me to Korea. My first duty station was South Korea, so Yongsan. And I showed up as an innocent kid, and I did a rap battle and won.
Right.
And
now, wait, was this against Sunny? No, this was against another.
Yeah, this is a different. Okay. Oh, jeez, on. Okay. All right, Sunny is after all of this.
Okay, all right.
Ooh, I like her.
Yeah.
All right, so long story short, the first rap battle I had in Korea, a bar fight happened, and I was getting my ass whooped.
Yeah.
I was getting my ass whooped by a boy named Relly.
The dude from Jersey.
She's on it, yes. From Jersey, but we ended up. The next battle rap that happened, we ended up teaming up. He really wasn't a rapper. He was just nice. Yeah. And he kind of got behind me and became my team members. And from that, I won the contest and became the host out there for the parties. Yeah. And under that guise, I started like creating different type of vibes. I brought New York to Korea.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's dope.
Yeah.
You know, and then, like you said in one of your videos, you said they respect the culture more than we respect it. Definitely. And I was like, yeah, that's where I want to go. I want to go there in Japan and all that stuff. I just want to chill out there.
Yo, the Asians fuck with us.
It's pretty. It's bright and nice, but I know it got the areas where
the culture out there is dope. Like just the like I don't know if it's everywhere, but where I was at, the morality, the cultural morality, the things that they do, the way of life is just dope. It's it's about respect, it's about ethics, it's about morals. You know what I'm saying?
That's
structure, and that's
discipline
fire.
too.
Yeah,
discipline.
Yeah,
we don't really have that over here.
Everybody's just doing what they want. It's free for all.
They don't care. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, your brother, you know, he was rapping. Now he's an author. Yeah. And at first he didn't think you was serious. He kind of like rushed you. It's flashbacks right now.
Yeah. So if anybody know me and my brother, it's like we are like the same but two different. We so much the same, but we're so different, right? And we make beautiful things together, but it can only be for so long.
But that's like the brother thing, that brother rivalry type of thing. Yeah. So he probably was like, you ain't serious. He
definitely tries to little grow me.
Yeah, he's sunny.
Right. He's been trying a little as of lately, here's the beautiful thing about life. We've grown from all of those experiences, and now he comes to me and consults with me about stuff that's going on in his life, and he takes my advice. Before it was like, you was just
because you was younger then too.
Right.
You know.
Right. I feel like I earned my stripes.
There you go.
You feel me? So now it's not a question.
That's probably what it was. Right. So another influence that you had was Danny Goko, Sonny, and then you said P. Diddy. Do you still have P. Diddy? You want to clarify that now?
It's gonna come out. I knew who was gonna do it. All right, so look.
Okay, write it down.
All right, so look.
I know why. I understand the P. Diddy part, but they probably.
So for anybody that's gonna hear that in question, I'm not talking about none of the old private party or none of the things that he's under, trouble for.
Right.
Just the model of his ambition and his will to create and keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Diddy had the vibe. He had the energy that you needed back then to build. You know what I'm saying? And he showed us how to build. Regardless, y'all want to take away whatever from that man, he showed us how to build an empire.
That's true.
How to get this money independently. All right. So if you like, let's not. The name of my game is independence and ownership and legacy. And that man has a legacy, regardless if
whether they,
you know what I'm saying?
Whether they like it or not, that's what it is.
Right.
You know, I meant to add that you're a producer too, because you make beats.
Definitely.
Forgot about that.
I started out making beats before I rapped.
Started out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Which one do you like the most? Like out of everything that you do? Producing,
I love
podcasting.
I love the life.
The life.
The life is exciting. Okay. The whole music life is exciting for me.
Do you have to take breaks? Because sometimes I take breaks. I'm actually on a break right now, but it don't seem like it, but I'm on break right now.
Yes.
From my show.
Yes, you gotta build your social battery.
Yeah.
You gotta take time for you. Mm-hmm. I spent the last 6 to 8 months building this company, like nonstop. Black Market Enterprises, nonstop. Building my websites, my infrastructures, my operating systems, my curriculums. Like there's a wave of information about to hit y'all that is so amazing and what you need. And I took the time out to do that, but I haven't celebrated that. I haven't celebrated my wins. Why not? This is work. I won't celebrate until I get 100 people in my program. Okay. That's started out from one place and now they're in a whole nother place, and the progress is the work. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want people to take this information and really excel. This is the time for it. Right. So the Black Market, that's a program. That's actually the website, right? Is that the website too? No, the website is kingpaysos.com. Okay. Right? Because you got a lot of stuff. I'm like, I'm trying to keep up. Let me break it down.
Yeah, break it down.
All right, so look, for those, I'm King Paysos. Right. My website, kingpaysos.com. On there, I encourage all artists to go there and take your free music audit. So what my music audit does, I've created an audit for all artists, labels, label structures, and systems to see where you're actually missing the gaps in your music infrastructure, in your music business. This has nothing to do with the sounds. This has everything to do with ownership, your metadata, your syncing, your copyrights, your trademarks, all of the monies that you're supposed to be collecting from music.
And how do you know that? How do you? That's your system that you created?
I created this. Gotcha. I spent the last.
So you kind of like digital radio tracker, but you find out what they're missing.
Pretty much.
Okay. Pretty much. Dope.
Like, I mean, a lot of artists don't know what they need to do. They think making music is what they need to do, and that's just a small part of this business. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I keep saying business because that's what it is.
That's what it is. Is there anybody else doing what you do?
And there's a lot of people doing pieces of what I'm doing, not together. So there's parts where you can go get your music royalty collections, right? There's agencies that's gonna charge you $3,000 to even start the process of collecting your royalties. There's lawyers that you're gonna get with that. The consulting fee is about $1,500 to $2,000 just to even start talking about doing what you want to do in this entertainment business. Sure. My program, it starts off free, right? Okay. Then you have two options. You can either buy the templates and the information that I have out there, or you could come into my actual curriculum, my 90-day program, and be a student, become a student, and take this 90-day course. And at the end of the day, you'll have ownership and leverage of your music. Mm-hmm. All your things will be in the right order. You'll be synced. You'll have a system that you can put in place for every single that comes out, even a rollout system.
So after the 90 days, then what? Then what's the fee goes up?
Oh, yeah. Oh
yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, I got different levels. There's different tiers into my packages, right? You can take the free course, which is the 90 days, and work it out like that, where I give you the instructions, or you can let me do it for full, right? Right. And that's gonna cost you. That's the highest tier. Or you can do the mid tier, right? Where I can give you the worksheets, I can give you the templates, I give you the information, and then I'm on consultation, I'm on retainer.
And then they have to pretty much do the work.
Pretty much do the work for yourself.
That's the part they don't want to do.
And that's the issue right there.
So do you find it that artists are having a hard time, but we was talking behind the scenes about this, having a hard time listening to you? Is it because that you're an artist yourself and that, like you said, you don't have the flashy stuff? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think is the reason why they don't really grab onto it?
One, you say this without disrespecting anybody. All right.
Just say it.
Artists, there's a scarcity of artists who actually want to put in work. A lot of artists just think, a lot of people are into music because they think that this is an instant fame, an instant cash grab, or a fun thing to do. Mm-hmm. They don't understand that to be an artist, you have to put at least 10,000 hours in on your craft. This just doesn't happen overnight. This is why people like me, the rap veterans, right? Mm-hmm. get so perturbed by your presence, because it's like you're not putting in the work. Mm-hmm. You're just having the fun. And I get it. The instant gratification, that's the digital age that y'all in. But you got to put that work in. Sure. And I feel like because I'm an artist, I'm so much in their face with products. It seems like, to me, I feel like they feel like I'm stuffing this down their throat. Mm-hmm. And nobody wants to be force-fed.
Have you been called a scammer yet? Or anything like that?
Oh, no, but I almost got... You ready for this tea? Uh-oh. Because it's my last show that I hosted. Uh-huh. One thing I don't do, and I'm going to look in the camera for this. Uh-oh. If you book me to host your show, understand that I'm going to run it, organize it, and structure it in a way that everybody eats. I don't do favoritism. Mm-hmm. I don't do none of that. I'm for the artist. I'm for the artist because I am an artist. So understand that's who you're dealing with. Okay. All right? The last show that I went into, there was a guy. I don't know if I should say his name. I should shout him out.
Is it bad? Is it bad?
No, Lysanias. Okay. He's the artist.
Up to it.
This guy had all the rights to make the fuss that he fussed. Okay. He was there early. He paid this ticket, right? Mm-hmm. He brought 14 people out to support him and didn't get to perform. Oh, wow. And because I was hired to host, I became the front face for that, but that wasn't my move. So my apologies, Lysania. Mm. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't my move.
Whose fault was it?
The headliners. I can't be messy. Yeah. But if you do your research, you'll see. Okay. So one thing about artists that's throwing these stages, I'm gonna tell you where the scam lies, and this is why this is where the scam lies. A lot of these artists throw stages to just support themselves and their crew. I can have a crew of.
You crying? Oh.
I can have a crew of.
Don't you look like she crying? I was nervous over here. I was like, oh my God, what happened? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I can have a crew. Let's say I got a crew of 10 rappers. Mm-hmm. Right? And I'm the most popping out of it, right? Okay. I can throw a stage where I can throw all of them on, but I don't want them to pay to perform for me. What should I do? Get a bunch of other artists that's willing to perform and exploit them for their talents and their money, so it can fund me and my niggas. Okay. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game for these promoters. That's the name of the game for most of these artists. Most of these artists that's doing these stages and so-called putting other artists on, right? They're using your dollars to pay for the venue and to eat the lobster after the show.
Right, but then you have artists that do the same thing,
right?
Like they say they're coming in it for, okay, I want to give a platform for the artists, but then they realize that they have to do it too because So it's like it's still a circle.
It's doggy dog, but my thing is, what does the artist that's participating in get out of it? Right? So like most of these deals don't let the artists get the ticket incentive. Artists nowadays don't want to sell tickets, which is dumb as hell. Pause. Sidebar. Wait a minute. How the fuck is you gonna sell out the garden if you can't sell a ticket?
Right.
The whole purpose of making music is to sell our music. So, sorry. So if you're not gonna sell tickets, if you don't want to get that money, nobody's gonna take you serious. You can't pack out a house. You can't bring no clientele. You can't do none of that. Then what's the purpose of you rapping?
You should be good.
All right.
No, maybe not. You hit the joint.
I'm gonna see.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah, we good? Yeah, we back.
All right. I should have gave you this one. This one got the weight on it. But that's okay.
It's cool.
He getting emotional.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I love it though. Nah, it's cool. It's a lot of things that's going on. That's why I really wanted to touch it more with other people like yourself. That's in this business trying to educate people. But you're right though. Like they should be doing that. But even if there's a place or an event that doesn't sell tickets, right? Why can't they just sell tickets anyway? Why can't they come to the promoter and say, "Hey, I know you charge $10 to get in. So what if I give you $10 and I charge 20? Is that cool? As long as you got your 10."
That's the whole purpose of your having leverage, right? Like
right.
When you're an artist and you're like, yo, I got. See, you're gonna start hearing this now. That the direct to fan shit, owning your audience. As if you heard any of my latest content, I've been saying own your audience. The importance of owning your audience is that you be able to walk into these bars, clubs, and talk to these promoters. Talk to these promoters and have leverage. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's the name of the game, is creating leverage. If you can sell tickets, you got leverage. You can charge a different fee. You get what I'm saying? If you could go, if you confident and say, I got 50 people that's gonna show up and see me, and the promoter is charging $10 a ticket. And the promoter is charging $10 a ticket. You should be able to have the confidence and the smartness to know, like, all right, I got 50 people to come out to see me. If I just make them all pay $10 to this nigga, I'm missing out on mad bread. So why don't I just either work a deal out with the promoter where I could get the incentive, get paid on the front end, then report my performance on the back end, and I just had a wonderful night getting money.
Right. Nah, they don't want to do that.
I think they suck in math.
I think they scared too. Like I don't think they really want to make money. I think they like to just have fun.
They want the videos. They want the fame. And that's the difference. Fame is not money, bro. Right. Clout and fame is not the money, bro.
Right. Exactly. So if you had, because I know you talked about I didn't see Lil Ross, but what's the dude's name? Chance. So you talked about Chance the rapper.
Yes.
Right. So if you had to, and you talked about Nipsey, I think, in one of the other videos. If you had to pick the top 3 artists of all time that was like super hustlers, independent, who would you pick? That did it on their own without a label. And I mean, it's okay if they got a label, they got signed label later, but who would you pick out of those 3? Like, it could be anybody. It don't have to be those 3, but it could be,
I mean, anybody that I picked understood the value of their audience before they got with the label.
Yeah.
So in my past, I like Rihanna.
Okay.
Because how she took what she did with her brand equity and flipped that into businesses. And kept the music separate from the business, right? That was fire. As far as Jay, you gotta give it to Jay, right? The way he moved in the industry and used his label deals and equity to make some moves and really get some money. True. My third one.
I thought you would have said Chance.
Yeah, it's a tie because Wiz is fire. Chance story is dope though because he was solely independent. So yeah, Chance. I think Chance would be my third one too. Yeah. So that's my top 3.
Okay, that's not a bad top 3 though.
It's not.
That's not a bad top 3. Who's your top 5? Let me get that out the way. Your top 5 rappers in general. I know it's a basic question, but I just want to know. I didn't hear you really talk about it too much in any of the videos.
To be honest,
you don't have any?
I don't.
Besides yourself, because people be saying themselves all the time.
Who do I respect lyrically?
Yeah.
That changes. It changes.
Well, who is it?
Because I'm from the era where Jay and all of them was the lyrical gods, right? But now we're with Kendricks. Now we're with a lot of young guys that's doing their thing too. So
yeah, it can be old. It don't have to be.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you like it is. Fuck it,
Sound
MC
like
Hammer.
All
right,
okay,
yo,
MC Hammer.
The Hammer. I'm gonna say it just like that.
Right.
The Hammer. DMX. I've learned to love his music, appreciate his soul. And Lil Wayne, bro. That's where it's at. I got two more.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Jigga. I love Jigga. Okay. And Jada. Wait, Joe Budden's running out.
Really?
Yeah. You don't like Joe Budden?
I do like. He's from Jersey. I'm from Jersey originally. So yeah, of course. You know, I know Joe gets a hard time with things, but
he's so
you can't deny that song. If you play it right now, it's like, you know.
Even his mixtape work was some of the things that gave me life, right? Because a lot of he spits his pain, he spits his soul, like, and I appreciate those people who are so vulnerable on tracks and find a perfect way to translate that. His new musics helped me through my depressions. I didn't take pills because he was taking pills. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much.
Do you respect him in the podcast world? Like, who's your top 5 in podcast world? Let's do top 3 because that's 5 is like that.
Yeah, I'm with I respect Joe.
Okay.
I got Big Act up there. I know people don't like Act. Yeah. I fuck with Act.
They might give you a hard time with that one. But he get his money. I mean, you know, can't be mad at him.
I don't care what y'all talk about. I like Act. I like it. Because he's authentically him. He's a piece of shit.
Right.
I like that. And third podcast. I kind of like what Flea and them niggas, what Mason and Cam is doing, but that's not.
Different. It's a little different.
Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Is that like because it's a New York thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Kind of biased. But 95 South, I like 85 South, but that's them, right? That's a podcast. I do tap in.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. And they're in Atlanta, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do tap in with them.
Okay. So. All right. So I know in one of your videos you said that you wanted to be called the what is it, the resource?
Yes.
Okay, why? You gotta get up on the camera. The microphone with that way.
Because everybody wants to be the man, right? I don't want to be the man. I want to be the person that helps y'all be the man. That's the more important part, right? How many people want to be the man and don't know how to be the man?
Right.
Right? I'd rather have the information that's going to unlock those doors for you than be the one that's on stage. And you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm definitely nice with music. I got my own dreams.
Yeah. I like fuck nigga. That's my joint.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is good. I like that.
That's my joint right there. I like that song. You know what I'm saying? When did you feel like you wanted to go full steam with this, trying to educate artists? Because you don't have to do that. You could just like take this knowledge and do whatever you want to do. What made you feel like you wanted to do this and help everybody else?
My tenure in the underground community, throwing showcases, on top of, like, I lost out on royalties. That time in Korea, I missed out on a lot of money. I didn't know the business. Me and my brother, missed out on a lot of money because we didn't understand the business side. We didn't understand royalties. We didn't understand trademarks. We didn't understand copyrights. Right. So there's a lot of music and music on the table that we missed out on. Then watching, like, I was hired to be a street team person, right? For these radio. I love radio. I've been trying to get into radio since college, right? So this radio companies or broadcasting companies would hire me as street team. Treat me like a do boy. Or go post these flyers. You know what I'm saying? So I started Posting flyers. I went through the grind, guerrilla marketing. I'm posting flyers. I'm everywhere. Fuck it. And I started seeing like, yo, these niggas ain't talking. They not talking and teaching. So I got a mic and I started talking and teaching. And then when the response from that was the younger artists who kind of appreciated it. They was like, nah, I didn't know that. Yeah, so me saying that you don't know that means that I just saved you from the hell that I'm about to go through. Yeah. So that is more of a fix than me becoming a man and forgetting everybody else.
Yeah. Okay. So you said the industry is rigged.
Rigged as fuck. Rigged as fuck.
Right. And you broke it down too, but give it to him one more time and why you feel like it's rigged.
This shit is rigged as fuck. Like, first off, everything is bullshit. Everything that you know about the music industry is bullshit. Let's get it clear. The music industry was not birthed to help us. It was birthed to exploit our talents, right? We didn't have the rights back then to really understand what the hell we had to do to own our stuff. Yeah. They created this game so they can win automatically. Now, there's been a bunch of leaks, loopholes and leaks that's been exposed, so now we can eat. The game is basically preying on the information that you don't know. That's how they make their money. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they go after the people that are uneducated, who don't know ownership, who don't know all their rights, and they exploit them for all of the money. There's gatekeepers in the way that know the information and did away with the artist development, did away with all of that stuff once the tech companies got involved, because tech companies do not give a fuck about the artist. They give a fuck about the profit. Right. You know what I'm saying? So once the industry sat down with the tech company and devised a plan to stream and make these invisible structure for us to feed into, so they can make money, because how do we eat?
But if they know that, well, and there's other artists that know that it is rigged, right? But they still don't want to go educate themselves. So whose fault is it? Like, if you really know, and like something's hot, and you like, I know it's hot, but I'm gonna still touch it anyway. So whose fault is it then? Because it's like, if you know, then is it still their fault?
Well, then you just retarded.
I'm just saying, because sometimes they know stuff is rigged, right? They know, I'm sure they know it's rigged too. Right. But they still be like,
go to jail.
Yeah, like you're gonna go to jail, you're gonna sell drugs, right? But you're gonna do it anyway to take the chance.
It's the risk.
It's
provocative.
Right.
It keeps him going.
Right. What about Soulja Boy? Because Soulja Boy, would you say, is the first person that kind of started with the streams, right? Right. Do we blame him for all of this?
No.
No?
We don't blame Soulja
Because
Boy.
why not? He was one of the first artists that kind of started everything.
You don't blame him.
No.
He figured it out before everybody else.
So it's his fault.
No.
He's one of the people.
Yeah, right. That's your theory?
I feel like he's part of it. Because he encouraged everybody else to do it. When you say, come on, everybody, come on.
Let me ask you this, right? Mm-hmm. If this is going to speak to the character of you.
Okay.
All right. If you go into a place, a building, and it says, yo, it's money for black people in here if you do it this way, and you find out how to do it, are you going to keep that game for yourself, or are you going to tell people?
I'm going to tell people.
All right.
But he told people, but he didn't. Once he realized that it was hurting the industry, he still was like doing it.
The industry was going to do it regardless. That was the birth of YouTube. That was the reason why remember when we was growing up, we was able to steal the music and all of that stuff like that? All of that piracy shit was getting shut down and all that, and it's because things like this, Spotify, YouTube, and all of that stuff was being built. They seen it. They seen the future of music. Soulja Boy got lucky. Yeah. He got lucky. He came at the right time with ringtones. He came at the right time.
I like the
with the jinky dead stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
The ringtones was a joint though.
He partnered with Tech.
Yeah. He was the first to do it too, so that was dope. You know. But I still feel like he has a little bit, it's like a little smidget.
On what? On
that part.
He gotta
own the fact that
blaming Soulja Boy
not
for?
Blaming him, but I'm saying that he has to take ownership of, like, I showed y'all that and I didn't know. I didn't know it was gonna go that. Like, he got at least acknowledge. He won't acknowledge that part. You don't think so?
Nah.
That's like if I tell you to come down this road and they robbing people, but
Soulja Boy did with
no, but at least
baby oil,
but he could have said, I didn't know it was gonna be like that. I didn't know I was gonna. I told y'all to get the money, but I didn't know y'all was gonna get robbed in the process. I didn't know that all that was happening.
They was already robbing people before Soulja Boy.
I know, but people
Tony Braxton was making 10 cents.
Yeah.
They was already robbing. That was way before the internet.
That wasn't streaming though. That
exactly.
Was CDs. No, but I'm saying the CD era, the streaming era, the era I'm talking about.
That was already the robbery. That was the robbery. They held Soulja Boy hostage. They said, you got the dance moves, you got the people going into crazy, right. You want to make this money. Soulja Boy ain't never had shit.
I'm not blaming him for the whole thing. I'm saying that you said I don't know.
All right.
I don't know if he did.
So we can't put the whole thing
on him.
What
got to do anything? What about him going to school? What does that have to mean?
I mean, if you don't know, if you're unaware, you'll be able to be manipulated.
Yeah, but that... Okay, if you want to say that, yeah. But he seems like he's a smart person to know.
Why? Why?
Because he created his own. He created his own thing. So that takes.
Did he do it or did his money do it?
He came out with the dance and all that other stuff. Like, yeah, he came up with a lot of things.
All right, did he do it?
Yeah.
Did that came out his head?
Yeah, that's what he said. He came up with all those
now
things.
We got to cut and slice and really get into the nitty gritty. Yeah. Is he coded? Is he?
No, he's not coding. He's not coding.
Did he hire a team? You know what I'm saying? Is this his actual idea, or is there somebody on his team like, yo, we can make more money if you do this, that, and the third?
No, he's not doing that part. But you need...
It's
a combination of people. That's like if I told you to go to get in a pyramid, right? I didn't create the pyramid, but I told you to go and put your money in a pyramid. Right. Who you think they're going to be mad at?
If it's a scam?
Me.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
But not really, though, because
they are going to be mad at me.
Mad at you for giving me the idea.
Thank you. And that's what I'm saying about Soulja Boy. I'm saying the same thing. Because they looked at him as you're the face. He didn't create that, but he was the face of it. You know, that's how we look at stuff.
Put it on Soulja Boy,
we look at people like that.
I won't put it on Soulja Boy because he wasn't the only one there.
Whoever.
Little John. If we're gonna start pointing fingers out, we got to start pointing the motherfucking fingers.
Little John though.
He was doing the same thing.
He wasn't the first one though.
Who was before Lil Jon? Soulja Boy was the actual first one.
Yeah. I think we need to look that up. If you can,
Google facts
for me, please.
Chat GBT.
If I had my assistant here, I would have them do it. But okay.
I think he milked YouTube. That's what he did.
I think he did.
YouTube and ringtones.
He milked everything that he milked.
As he's supposed to.
Yeah, of course. So you played the trombone.
Oh my God.
In LIU.
Even before LIU,
really?
I started in Boys and Girls High School.
Why the trombone?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I can see you doing drums. I don't know why, but I
can't even answer that question. I don't know. I never chose trombone. I didn't say, yo, I want to. I just ended up in a music class and
anything music.
Yeah,
to be part of.
My brother played the sax, and I guess I didn't want to be like him.
Right. You want to do something different. Where did you go to college for again?
I went for liberal, but I was basically trying to be like a broadcaster, radio broadcaster. I was getting into that field.
Yeah, you could have got your own show over there if you would have.
Right. So I had my first show on SUNY Canton's radio.
Okay.
That's where I got my first radio on college radio. And then after that, I think that's when the internet started hitting. And I don't know if you know web TV, but
I remember hearing about web.
That was like YouTube before the YouTube. Yeah. That's where I started at. I started my shows
if
on
you
there.
Can't find this. She probably was.
No, I was looking.
You know what I'm saying? So I started there on web TV.
Okay. That was a good debate, by the way. I like that. Poor Soldier Boy, like, I'm minding my own business. You just bothering me. Throw me in the mix.
How is it up there with shows?
Yeah, I can hear him now. Y'all motherfuckers don't know me. Where you from?
Like, I'm Soldier Boy.
I'm Soldier Boy. You know? All right.
So?
What do you think is a waste of time for artists to do?
Doing shows with no audience.
Hey, when they come up here, they don't have an audience.
No, they can still get paid for this.
True.
You know
they can still get paid over there too if they register it. If they register,
that's the only way, right?
Yeah.
Right. But I'm saying like a artist that is not directly grasping their audience, like controlling their ecosystem.
Yeah.
That's just.
What about if they're on TikTok? They can still get paid whether they have an audience or not.
Yeah, but that's your audience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anytime you in front of your camera and you control the IP that you're pushing through that.
Right.
And it comes back to you. You're in control of it.
Okay. That makes sense. You said competing against the system is
don't make sense to sign a deal either unless you got leverage already.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
What about if it's distribution? That still don't make sense, or is it kind of the same thing?
If you got the leverage to go with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So you said being independent and doing it by yourself isn't really doing it by yourself. So what do you mean by that? Just tell everybody what you mean by that. Because you said you still have to go through these other platforms and stuff like that to make it easier for them rather. So it's really not doing it by themselves, like how back in the day you had to go press your CD and do all of that by yourself, you know. But and when you said that like that, I was like, yeah, that isn't really doing it by yourself because you have these other companies that just automatically put your stuff on TikTok and boom, 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 and you ain't gotta do nothing.
Right. Like we're in the instant gratification time, right? Where everything is instant, where everything is not that long. You don't need to work.
Yeah.
I feel. What was the question again? What the fuck was the? What was the question?
You had me forget. You said it wasn't independent anymore. Is it really independent? And I was saying that it really isn't independent because they still have these places that help them. I was just kind of confirming what you said.
Yeah, I feel like even the independent game there's a bunch of people on the sideline willing to service the independent artists because they know there's information that they're not access to or don't know.
Yeah.
Right. So those people that are contracted, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you need media.
Yeah.
You need media, you need DJs. You feel me? And radio. I'm sorry. You need media. You need media, radio, DJs, right? Producers, right? You need all of that as an artist, right? You need your audience as an artist. What you don't need is a bunch of niggas trying to count your bread. You know what I'm saying? What you don't need is a bunch of services that's coming from outward. What you need is all that inward in a team. If you really want to be independent, you need your own graphic artists. You need your own producers. You need your own set of people to run with. You get me?
What about if you do it, if you know how to do graphics yourself? Like, because they got Canva now that can help you, do your own flyer and stuff like that.
Right, you're still servicing somebody, right?
That's true.
You're still paying for that service.
True.
So is it really independent?
Right. I get what you're saying. Now, when you said that, I was like, yo, he's right, because it really isn't by yourself.
It's never by yourself.
Yeah.
You never get shit done if you was doing it solely by yourself.
Right. You also said that they slaves. And my question to you is, how do they stop being a slave?
Own your masters.
Own your masters.
Own your publishing. Own your intellectual property. That's the first step. Own your audience. Those right there. That's how you stop being a slave. Right? I know I make a hot song, nobody else has percentage on my song. Right?
Right.
I know where I'm selling my songs at, right? I know who I'm selling my songs to, right? And I control the price that I'm selling my songs at.
True. Do you have a problem with when they have the music downloading for free? I didn't get your opinion on that. I didn't see.
No, that was Chance's formula.
But no, is that a cool thing to do now? Do you suggest that, or do you still say?
What's the end goal? Like, are you just putting it for free because you want to see how it goes? You're testing the music.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So you're saying they need?
What are we doing? What are we doing? We just doing charity? What are we doing?
If they have a reason to give it away for free,
like, think about it. Everything has to. We're in the age where everything has to matter, right? Everything has to have a purpose, or it's senseless, especially in this instant world. I'm so sorry. In this instant gratification world, everything
I'm about
is.
To switch over to mine. Go ahead.
Everything is. It needs to make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting out this free music for what? What am I gauging? How do I gauge how this works for me? How do I gauge who likes the music? Right? I just count how many emojis I get on the app? That's what I do?
There we go. Switcheroo.
Yeah. Switcheroo. Hit them with the switcheroo.
Okay. Yeah, just bring it over. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought that was super interesting that you said that. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I didn't even look at it like that, because they really are independent if they are technically still getting help from people.
Right.
That makes sense. All right, so I know you have the card game, right?
Yeah.
What inspired you to create this card game?
All right, so my card game is called Beyond the Bio, and it's actually media that inspired me to do this. Media, radio. I feel like when artists go onto radio or do interviews on podcasts, there's a few platforms that ask real intriguing questions, do the research, like Air It Out Radio.
Yeah.
You feel me? But
right.
A lot of people that just do surface level shit.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
But it might be because they're new. The newbies, I think, kind of do that.
And that may be true, because I'm definitely delved into the underground. You know what I'm saying? And those are where the new people are coming out.
Yeah.
So this was my way of kind of giving them something else to do, because I don't like gimmicky interviews. I like to learn. I like to learn and leave people with something. Leave people with some type of information or some type of jewel about you. You know what I'm saying? Something that's gonna be like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Every interview should be like that.
Right.
Like, you learn something from that person.
Definitely.
You should be like, oh, I didn't know that. Even if it's one thing.
Right.
So I'm like that too. But when I first started radio, I was more of like just doing it for fun, and it was a hobby. But then as time went on and I started watching people like Angie, and I was like, yo, she really in her journalism.
Right.
And then I noticed they had notes and stuff. The greats usually have notes in front of them.
Right.
People that do it off the head, it's not wrong with that, but like, I know, I'm not gonna say they're not gonna do a good job, but like, it's better when you had a notes. Even Nori has gotten better because he got notes. Whether he did it or not, or somebody gave him the notes, he still has gotten better over time with the notes. and you want to improve because you want to look good. Like me, I'm the queen of internet radio. So if I'm going to talk shit, I got to be able to have a good interview to talk shit.
That's a fact.
When people leave you, they're going to be like, yo, I had a good time and she know a lot about me. And, like it was just okay. Like the gimmick for real in podcasting is when they give you liquor, make you have a good time, smoke and drink, and they only ask like 5 questions.
5 questions.
And then you ain't learned nothing about.
And these questions don't help you.
Right.
In no way. Don't lead you to a single. Don't lead you to a new sale, or don't lead you to anything.
No followers. No nothing. No.
Right.
Yeah. And you just doing a disjustice to the person. You know what I mean? You just taking their money and like that's it. So I've learned to like really, try to dive into my craft. But that's sometimes in the beginning it's like that. They just trying to see what they're doing, just having fun.
Right.
And then the farther up you go, you're like, I gotta take this shit serious. I'm getting money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
that's kind of my story with media, right? Because I kind of was doing passing flyers out, and then I didn't want to do that anymore, and I found my way in to the clubs, media, right? Like, all artists want to be on camera,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
They do.
So then when I started picking up, I was freestyling at first because I'm a dope personality, but my conversation always leads back to money, legacy. You know what I'm saying? Those things. Music, legacy, money. So I created Beyond the Bio.
Yeah.
My card game, Beyond the Bio, and it's about 156 questions that dive into 4 sectors: legacy, money moves, creative juices, and then we got a wild card.
Wild card.
Yeah. And it's not too wild. This is all about creative artists who are creative, business people who are creative. It talks about it. Let me give you a question. Okay. Can I give you a question?
Sure.
This is from the Money Moves, right?
You specifically, wait a minute, hold on. I gotta ask. Did you put this question at the end of it for G? Did you set this question up? I think you should shuffle them.
All right, bet.
Look, you gotta shuffle them, John.
Let's go.
So while you doing that, how did you come up with the questions?
Just interviews. These are questions. At first, I started doing interviews off the head, and then my Live Mondays, they started picking me up, and it's like, I like what you're doing, but you need to be more make it make sense. Make the interviews make sense. Right. So I started writing down questions and started creating a question bank in my phone. And then one day I'm sitting there and I'm like,
that's dope.
This could be a game.
It is so dope. Like I was trying to do a game, but I didn't think. Can I pick the card?
Yeah. Right.
Let me see. I'm gonna give it to you.
All right, bet. So you got this card. It's Creative Juice.
Uh-oh.
All right. What's your creative comfort zone?
Creative comfort zone meaning like place or just
what gets you in that zone? What zone where you want to create? Where you at? What that look like?
I know this gonna sound corny, but I like to just be laying down somewhere and watching TV. I don't know why, but I'm so comfortable in that space. I'm just relaxed. I like watching other people's problems too. And then I get ideas from TV. Like I could get an idea from television and try to incorporate it in business into the radio part of it, because it's still like an idea, but I'm like, oh, I could do that. Like I got the Airitoutradio challenge, which I saw that from the real world. And I'm like, oh, radio, do challenges outside, you know what I mean? And have some fun and extend it versus just saying radio, like music. I'm bored, you know what I mean? So like just stuff like that, just coming up with ideas, just I don't know. I'm more comfortable in that part, just laying down and just being comfortable, or eating. I could come up with I can go to a restaurant and be like, I need to do that with Aaron over here. Right. I don't know, like just eating and laying down and relaxing. You want another one?
All right, nah. If you want to pick another one.
Wait, let me see.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right, boom.
How long did it take you to do the card? Like how long did the the process
to actually come up with the.
No. I mean to get them made and
all
that.
I had to find a site. After I found the site to get them sold on, like to get them made actually on, it was fairly easy. Just me creating them. I had to do all this in Canva.
Does it have directions and everything with it, like when you buy it, or it just comes like that?
No, it just comes as like a deck of Uno cards. It's really like
you sold it
self-explanatory. No, this is the beta pack.
Oh.
Like this is the beta pack. I definitely brought this out to kind of test it out. I've been testing it out in my interviews as of lately. Okay. So if you catch the content, you'll see like, oh, this is what he's talking about. This is what he's talking about. Hold it up
to the camera so that
beyond the bio. This is what it looks like. The back looks like this.
Like the Joker sign, the question mark.
The Riddler.
The Riddler, yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So what was your card? Oh, the wild card was, what was the craziest DM you ever got? Oh no.
Yeah, you know, definitely dick pics. Yeah.
Ask me a question.
But wait, what does that have to do with business?
Right. I don't
know how that got.
That's a wild card though.
Oh, okay, I got you. So the wild card could be anything. Got you.
So,
okay.
Creative Juice. What's one thing people misunderstand about your craft?
Oh God, there's a lot of things. That they misunderstand.
Yes.
That they think it's easy. They think this is easy what I'm doing because I just talk. Like my ex, he used to be like, "All you do is talk," and I'm like, I gotta deal with people's emotions and feelings and whatever they going through. They try to project that on me and blame me for everything, and I'm like, I gotta show them that I'm not like this person and da 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 da. I think that's the hardest thing. And then sometimes when people see Air It Out, they think it's a guy running it. No, they think it's a guy running my stuff, which I thank y'all, by the way. Okay. But they think it's a guy, and then I have to work harder because I'm a woman. Because I'm a woman. Because where I'm at is pretty much men running radio stations and podcasts. It's not a lot of women that have their own stuff. So just trying to keep up with that, that's difficult sometimes. You know what I mean? And trying to, because they'll sun me too. Like, yeah, you should be, hold on a second. Yeah. I've done stuff too now. But I think that's the hardest part, like just staying creative and all that too. So, how long does it take you to complete the whole thing? Like if you was to go through, or have you did that yet?
I haven't completed the whole thing. I usually don't bring all of the cards out with me, right? I usually take a handful because a couple will do the job, right? And a couple will let me know what I need to know, or a little bit more than I need to know about you, right? We got questions about how you think about legacy and what you want to do with, all right, let me see.
Legacy is very important.
Here's a legacy question right now. Okay. If legacy was a building, what would your blueprint look like?
What would my blueprint look like?
Right. Now, foundation, floor, first floor, second floor, fourth floor.
Oh, okay.
Right? What's the foundation?
I would definitely say bricks.
So, and look, it's
I'm just saying. I mean, because you ever saw the Three Little Pigs?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't blowing my shit down.
Right.
It's bricks.
But what are the bricks?
Any kind of bricks, like even any kind of bricks, because bricks is gonna be strong. And even when like I told you earlier, I'm out on vacation right now, but I'm still doing stuff, obviously. But because I have been away for so long and I built my foundation strong enough to where I could leave and be like, I'll be back and come back and I'm still good. So if my shit wasn't strong enough, they're gonna be like, who are you? And they would lose track of everything and forget exactly who I am.
But what makes the foundation? What's the 4 pillars that make your foundation stand? What is Air It Out Radio known for?
Air It Out Radio known for is being respected for the community.
Respect is part of the foundation.
Yeah, artists, like showing love to the artists. They know I'm not bullshitting with
community.
them. Community.
Right.
And I would say consistency, besides the fact that I'm out right now.
Right. No, you gotta take a break.
Yeah, like because in this business we don't have anybody saying take it 3 weeks.
Right.
You know, we take
It's
off when
manja.
we take out when
right.
our shit about to fall apart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's when we take a break. And I would say loyalty.
All right, there go your foundation.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, that's
but
your
bricks
first floor.
too.
All right,
bricks
those
too.
are your bricks. Those are your
yeah.
bricks.
Give me the bricks. That's important.
Those are your bricks for your foundation. Then your first floor would be your internal shit, the things that you gotta deal with. Then your second floor is the things that you push in that you want to happen.
And we need an elevator in here.
Right. we
need an elevator in there, joint too.
Garage. You know
yeah, all that.
A lemon tree.
All that. Yo.
A barbecue
strawberry tree.
Yes, I need all that.
Yo, exactly.
Yo.
So, you said you haven't played it all the way through to find out how long it takes.
Nah,
you gotta do that.
You want to?
Yeah, not today.
Okay.
But not today. But no, you should do it so you can see how long it's gonna take. You know what I mean? All right. 6ix9ine. I know you had mentioned about the checklist, right? And you said that 6ix9ine, nobody wanted to listen to him because he had the whole rat thing going on, right? Do you think that it's more like that, like with people in the industry, even with Diddy? When Diddy comes back out, right? You think anybody's gonna listen to him because of what he did? Even though he could be telling the truth about some things and not just sexual stuff. I'm talking about like if he talks about music stuff. Even with 6ix9ine, even though he's telling people about the game, nobody believes him, right?
Right. I think Diddy had the same effect, but I really think his credibility is shot now. Like a lot, like when you go through some things, people's credibility take a toll. 6ix9ine, like he's actually starting to look like more believable now. You get what I'm saying? Like now that a lot of other things that's happened that's similar to what he went through, it makes what he went through look like, damn, we ain't get this nigga a fair chance.
Did you see his doc?
No, I didn't.
On Netflix?
Who, Diddy's?
No,
6ix9ine got a doc?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
I watched it. It was pretty good. Yeah.
It's out now?
It's on Netflix.
Okay, I'm gonna check it.
Yeah. And I think it's either Netflix or Prime. I saw it on there. I'll let you know when I talk.
Okay.
But yeah, it was pretty good though. It was stuff that I didn't know. But a lot of it's New York stuff too, because right. But I'm not saying he right or wrong, but it was just like.
And the crazy thing, that's a tender subject because those New York players are New York players. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We don't know. We like who?
Yeah, like if you know, you know. So I was like,
Right. They definitely was like, and he's the one, and he, If I was to go to New York, where's the best place to like do a showcase besides yours? I know, plug yours too, like the things that you do. But like, where's it? Like somebody starting off that doesn't know anything about New York. I know SOBs is a good joint too.
Yeah, but that's you got to be like
you got to get in there. Yeah, you got to get in there.
You got to be up a tier.
Not unless you got money.
Yeah, but still, you got to have a crowd. You don't want to be a beginner in SOBs and have nobody know your music or nothing like that. Okay. It's your first time performing. That's a major stage type of shit. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
It is nice in there.
Like, so it's not like for a beginner. I would suggest. I don't want. This is shameless plugs. They need to.
He said shameless plugs. But I'm saying somebody, if they come to New York and they just moved there. Right. And they don't know.
Besides me and my friends.
Yeah.
Right? Besides me and my friends. Okay?
No, add your plug in. Add your plug.
Like if you are an artist that's trying to come to New York and want to be a part of something that is actually authentic and actually the artist will actually build on and get something out of, Live Mondays is the number one go-to. Okay. There's a few other people that I'm gonna mention. DJ Black Friday is a dude that you want to talk to.
DJ Black Friday?
DJ Black Friday. Okay. What's the name?
Are these events free?
These are my friends. So Like
yes
Live Mondays. No? Yeah.
Oh,
Live
okay.
Mondays. DJ Black Friday actually does a radio show where he puts artists, underground artist music on his show for free.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't ask for no fee or nothing. That's his niche, his underground artist promotion. You know, I like Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights?
Yeah, Harlem Nights. I went there and their open mic field, they're like showcase open mic field is free to get in. Mm-hmm. They don't charge you to perform, right? And you have the option to pay after the end. Like after the performance done, you can throw some money in the bucket if you like it. You know what I'm saying? But
volunteering.
Yeah. Okay. But the culture, the artistry, you know what I'm saying? The community. That's what you really want to be a part of if you are independent artist. You want to have good community where you perform at. You want to have good community of artists, good community of consumers. You know what I'm saying? So
how many times do you think an artist should go out to perform at the same place? Like if they go to your joint for like Live Mondays, right? How many times do you think they gotta go there every single Monday?
No.
Or I mean, when does it stop? Like I'm not saying you, just in general. I'm just saying like, cause some artists go to the same place all the time, and that's it. They don't want to go nowhere else. When do you think they should stop going to that place and move
I feel like people should stop doing shows right now. Like if you don't have a purpose, right? Like here's the reason why I would do a show. Now I'm not no expert. Okay. But if I'm testing new music out, then I'll do open mic or something like that. Okay. But if I want to make some money, right, and I have a single coming up or something that I'm pushing, then that's when shows is in the front. You know what I'm saying? For me, right? I would do shows if I had something to sell. I'm not if I'm working out material or have something.
Aren't you always testing the music though? Kinda.
Yeah.
Especially the new songs.
Yeah. I mean, you are always testing music. Technically, you are.
Yeah. That's what I would say. Like,
you are.
Why would you stop?
But still, though, it gets.
He like, no, get the money.
It gets stupid expensive. Mm-hmm. Think about this. If I do 3 shows a week, right, and I gotta pay $50 a ticket to get into the show, right? That's $150. There's artists that gotta pay that. This dude, Lysanias, paid $150 to perform for 6 minutes and never got to perform.
And he didn't get his money back?
I wasn't on that end of the deal, and I hope you did get your money back. I'm fighting for you. But you know what I'm saying? Okay. Like I want to do shows if I'm not getting money.
Right. For the first year that an artist comes out
to test your shit out.
For the first year an artist comes out, right? This is a new artist. What should they be doing? The first year and then the second year and the third year.
Building your audience. Okay. Creating your funnel, creating your ecosystem, just grinding through your music, like getting your pen up, getting your hours in the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gotta leave at 2:30, or is it? What was it you said?
I told her 3 because we had to go pick up her baby.
All right.
I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay. Well, we're about to wrap it up. All right. See, you should have had that shot.
Nah, it's the coffee I had.
All right. Let me see. Let me make sure I got no. He's up here. He's up there moving around. Okay, I think we should be good though. But I think I got pretty much everything out. Tell everybody where they need to tap in.
Okay.
Tap in with your projects that you got coming up.
All right. Listen, you guys can find me King Paysos at kingpaysos.com. That's KINGPAYSOS.com. My Instagram is I am King Paysos. It's IAMKINGPAYSOS. I also have created a magazine engine for independent artists too. So I'm doing write-ups and reviews, music reviews. That website is magazine.kingpaysos.com. Okay. And through there you can get into the show circuit that I run out into New York. I also have a bias audit for all the artists that want to fix their music infrastructure. Mm-hmm. You take the audit, you immediately get into the operated system where we give you the list, the checklist of your score, the checklist of what you need to do, and we help you along the way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I might be missing something. No, I got my clothing on, Stack the Stuff, Bills and Bones collection. You can find it on my website, kingpaysos.com. Shout out to my brother, C Craze, 60 Second Entertainment. You can see his book, How Love Reacts.
Yeah, bring it up.
You know what I'm saying? How Love Reacts is for women seeking deeper relationships with men. You know what I'm saying? Understanding Black masculinity, emotional intimacy, and soul ties in the urban relationship truth. I'm proud of my brother for that. That's fire. And yeah, man, we got a lot of things happening. If anything, you on my YouTube page where I do my case studies about different artists and I break down contracts for different artists.
Yeah.
So
and he also has another joint that he does that's talking about relationships. What is that? SOS. What is it? The SOS effect? Or
she's really good. She's really good. Y'all come get an interview. She's gonna
but
find
yeah, he
stuff.
talk about relationships on that one. So
you're gonna find the stuff. I got the SOS project. I got the SOS project. Yo, she